Welcome back to another video, folks. Today we are talking about the Great Glen Campbell, who was an absolutely incredible musician as well as an actor and prominent figure. You probably have heard from him in one way or another. So I'm going to start by giving a quick performance video and a reaction to that, and then we're going to run through Glen Campbell's life pretty quickly. Let's get started. Now I know the quality of this video is not the most amazing. This is from years and years ago, but just listen. If you get the chance, check out more of Glen Campbell's actual music. Like, he's really good. If you can't tell by the speed, I love the communication between him and his band. You know, you can hear the drummer yelling, "Is that fast enough?" Like he's just getting ready, and it absolutely was fast enough. You could probably play faster. Something I like to talk about pretty consistently on this channel is just how great some of this old music was. Like, these country musicians, this was all they did. They spent all day working on their craft, and you can tell, and Glen Campbell is one example of just how good you can get if it is your entire life. Now, with that, let's talk about the man himself. So, Glen Campbell was born April 22nd, 1936, on a farm in Arkansas. His parents were sharecroppers, and he was the 8th of 12 children. His family didn't have much, but they had a guitar. Campbell moved to LA in 1960, where he worked as a studio musician for a good number of years. He became renowned for his studio work as well as his musicianship and writing ability, and he actually got to work with such in-demand artists as Nat King Cole, the Monkees, Bing Crosby, and Merle Haggard. Glen would actually spend time touring with the Beach Boys in 1964. He was filling in for Brian Wilson, basically playing bass and singing the falsetto parts, and he did this until they found their replacement, Bruce Johnson. Glen then had 2 breakout hits with the songs Gentle on My Mind and By the Time I Get to Phoenix. By the Time I Get to Phoenix actually allowed him to cross over into the pop music charts, so he wasn't seen as just a country musician, as Glen Campbell was always more interested in different varieties of music than just country. And you can tell from his playing, he knows what he's doing. In 1969, Glen Campbell began hosting the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour. Glen used this platform of his, television, to become an even more beloved public figure, and he connected with the common man in such an amazing way. Glen would continue his work on television and music, and on May 26, 1975, Glen Campbell released his biggest hit to date, Rhinestone Cowboy. In 1992, Glen Campbell actually starred as an animated rooster, Chanticleer, on the Don Bluth movie Rock-a-Doodle. This was actually my first introduction to Glen Campbell. This is how I learned about him. I didn't know it was him for years and years and years, but I absolutely loved this movie. In June of 2011, Glen Campbell announced he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and unfortunately he would pass away due to the disease on August 8, 2017 at 81 years old. Glen Campbell was an absolutely incredible musician, singer, and all-around entertainer, who I hope is going to be mentioned for years and years and years, which is why I'm doing this video. With that, I will leave you. My name is Richard Durazo. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoy this content, watch something else. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, all of those usual things people say. Let me know if there's another artist you'd like me to do a video like this on, or if you want me to do an extended video on Glen Campbell. Otherwise, be sure to check out my Patreon. If YouTube takes down any of this video due to copyright claims, I'll post the full thing there. So long.